Dave Jeck here, Superintendent of Fauquier County Public Schools, with another edition of One Hard Question. This week's hard question comes from a couple different sources, and it's multiple questions. We've recently received requests for information about immigrant students or the children of immigrants who enroll in our school or are attempting to enroll in our school, and also these questions come as a result of a memo we received recently from the Virginia Department of Education regarding the enrollment of the children of immigrants and their enrollment status, etc. And it's interesting to note that this memo from the state really is just quoting, the majority of it is just quoting federal law going back as late as 1982. So what they're doing is just kind of reminding us what our obligations and what my obligation as superintendent is relative to the enrollment of these students. So I'm happy to provide it. I think it helps clear up some misinformation that might be out there about the enrolling of these students in our school system. But here goes the questions, and I've tried to condense this as best I can. But the question one is, what are the legal responsibilities, or what legal responsibilities do division superintendents have in reference to federal executive actions concerning immigration that may impact student enrollment in local school divisions? And the answer is very straightforward, and it's actually contained in the Equal Protection Clause of the United States Constitution. The answer is this: local divisions have a constitutional and statutory obligation to provide education to K-12 students regardless of their immigration status, and to take active steps to guard the public education rights of students. And again, this was something that was ruled on in 1982. So we have an obligation to enroll these students and provide a free and appropriate education for these students regardless of their immigration status. The second question I'd like to answer has to do with this: are we as a school division allowed to inquire of the immigration or inquire about the immigration status of prospective students? And the answer is no. School divisions are not permitted to inquire into a prospective student's citizenship or visa status in order to enroll in one of our schools. It's not permitted under federal law. That's important. Next, school divisions shall accept students who meet the residency requirement under Section 22-22.1-3 in the Code of Virginia, and may not deny a free and appropriate public education to undocumented school-age citizens who reside in our jurisdiction or who reside in the appropriate jurisdiction. In other words, if a student comes to us with their parents and they are attempting to enroll, all they are required to provide is proof of residency. That is the only requirement, and that's under federal, not state law. Okay, so that's important. Last but not least, and this has to do with sort of my responsibility as the division superintendent. The question is, do local school divisions have the authority to take action in support of students and their families whose fears of deportation are heightened? And the answer is yes. Yes, since schools have the obligation to ensure that their students feel safe and protected while in school, school administrators, superintendents, and boards may take steps necessary to convey that their school is safe and welcoming and inclusive for all students regardless of their immigration status. So the translation there is pretty simple. The students who enroll, who are the children of immigrants or who are immigrants themselves, they have the same rights to privacy or rights to a free and appropriate public education as any other student. We have a responsibility constitutionally to ensure that they have a safe environment and that they need not worry about someone coming into the school and inquiring about their status in terms of their citizenship or visa status or anything else. In other words, schools are essentially a safe haven for these students, just as they would for any other students. I think it's important to keep that in mind, and parents of who are here who sort of maybe fearful of something like that happening within the school, that they shouldn't be, because those rights are protected under the Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment. So there you have it. Hope this has been helpful to you. Have a great day.